Okay, so I'm going to talk through this again because I'm not sure at which point we actually go live, because on my screen it looks like it's preparing, and this is saying that we are now streaming live. Yay. So I'm going to assume that is actually the case and that we are now actually live. Hello, Facebook. Welcome. This is Glossop Improv Makes a Scene with
Andri Panayi.
Yay! I was wondering how to pronounce your surname. Thank you for doing that.
There you
Excellent. Go. So Andri and I are going to do a scene based on your wonderful suggestions, and then we're going to spend a little time just having a good old natter about improv. Cool. So we've had 17 suggestions. Pick a number between 1 and 17.
10.
10.
Yeah.
10 is from Heather Dickinson, and it was too cold. Okay, so it was too cold. Off we go. It was a bad idea, wasn't it?
Yep.
I don't. It's my fault. I'll put my hands up to that. I thought, you always get 10-pin bowling alleys, and they're always indoor. Why not make it outdoor? I just thought it's a different way of doing things. It'll add a new element, because then you've got to take into account the wind factor and all different conditions. But
I don't blame yourself. I think I'm responsible too, because I told you it would work, and I didn't even think about, the winter when it gets really cold. No one wants to be outside. No. Sorry, my hands are freezing.
Yeah, mine are too. I feel really bad for. Oh God, there's that team, and now they're not going to be able to compete in the Olympics because at least 3 of them lost at least 2 fingers. I just didn't think that when it's cold everything will contract, and then fingers got stuck. And
3 of them lost 2 fingers.
Yeah. The good ones as well.
Oh no!
They're the ones they need.
That's the end of their careers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I feel even worse now.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose one thing is it's brought a lot of publicity to the area.
It has. It really has. I would never have thought about it, and think about it. All those newspapers, they're reporting on us. They hate us, but all publicity is good publicity, right?
We've got to see the opportunity in the midst of this tragedy.
Yeah.
Yes, people have lost fingers, possibly livelihoods. We cause a lot of damage to the local wildlife, but we've brought a lot of tourists to the area. I mean, mainly they're coming to see the destruction and the terrible damage.
I know. Yeah.
I didn't realise that we were going to be so close, and that actually the balls would continue rolling if you didn't have something to stop. I just didn't think that through. And
how would you know that? Like, you've never seen the other side.
Thank you. People have been saying, like, surely you should have known this, but it's like nobody's done it before. When you're an innovator, that's the thing. It's the thrill of the unknown.
It's the thrill of the unknown. They need to get off our backs.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, actually. Actually, Angela, can I just say thank you? Because, you know, without you, I never would have got this far.
I mean, I just love your ideas, Jenny. You know, we've had the outdoor bowling alley. You know, it's innovative, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. There was the, you know, the blender that worked inside out. That shouldn't have worked, and it didn't, but it was amazing.
I just think about how many different things we could chop if the blades were on the outside.
Exactly.
You know, it just seems silly to have them all pointing inwards. Why not have them pointing in all different directions?
Yeah, people did lose their fingers though, again.
Yeah, that seems to be a common theme.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
That's it. We could specialise in finger transplants. Oh my God, Angela, I'm really excited about this. Wait, just let me think for a sec. Okay, so where will we get the fingers?
The fingers that fell off.
The fingers that fell off, and they do like organ transplants between animals and humans. So, you know, chimpanzees have got sort of humanish fingers. And like, who wouldn't want to have eagle claws?
I did that textile course in sixth form, so I can like sew them on that easy. I'm really good with the machine.
You know, I know that guy down the zoo who's a bit dodgy. You know, Derek. He spent a few years on an extended holiday at Her Majesty's pleasure.
Oh. Yeah. Well, he means well, doesn't he?
Yeah, but the thing is, he's got an in. You know, he's always in there knocking out all sorts of animals. Some of those animals have something like fingers.
Kind of like fingers. Yeah, there's so many animals that have kind of like fingers actually. Orangutans, chimps.
Yeah. Like anything that swings through the trees, anything that grabs things. All the birds, bats have got like little ones, like right on the ends.
Do you know what I would love? I'd love like duck feet, like webbed feet.
Yeah, it doesn't need to just be. You know, that's the thing, Angela. You always make me think big. That's what I love about you. You always say, you know, I come up with an idea, and then you're just like, oh well, you're thinking too small, Jenny. But you're right, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're amazing. You do realise this. Okay, your ideas are out there, but if we just think about it, you know, go hard or go home, we can make it enormous if we want to.
Yeah. This could change the world.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I know that we destroyed that bowling team and they're never going to play in the Olympics, but they could go in for swimming now.
With the duck's feet.
Duck's feet, flippers.
That's it. I think I've still got one of their phone numbers because of, you know, the insurance stuff. I'll give them a ring.
Give them a ring.
This could be a real game changer.
I'm so glad we got this job.
Me too.
Oh.
Anzi! I don't like it to come to an end.
I got silly fast. I like that.
Oh, that was really good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So tell me a bit about the improv that you do and what you enjoy doing.
Okay. Well, I do improv. I started doing improv with Emma Baird at Liverpool Comedy Improv. And then I did a long form course with her. And after that, the people on the long form course decided to form a group called Broken Chair.
Cool.
And that's kind of long form improv. We do a few narratives things. And that's
I've noticed your different theme posters. I always really like those. They're really good.
Yeah, it's Martin and Jamie who do them, and they're brilliant. They've put our faces on them. I have no part in that because I'm useless at stuff like that, but they're really cool.
Yeah.
And the other thing I do is I'm part of Boss Birds Improv.
Yeah.
Which is a group that Emma Baird started, and it's for women improvisers, and we have monthly jams for women and non-binary performers to get together to meet each other, and it's been amazing because we've had people from all over the world perform with us and play with us and learn new games, and it's just been really lovely. So that's kind of they're my pies of improv that I yeah.
Yeah, I've not been along to one of the Boss Birds jams yet, but I'm hoping to. Is it the women of the world?
Yes. Women of
Worldwide Improv?
Yes, Women of Improv Worldwide.
Women of Improv Worldwide. It's got women, it's got worldwide, it's got improv.
WIW is what you need to remember.
That's the one.
Yeah, and it's been really good to do that, and we've just met loads of amazing people by doing it, and I don't know, I've enjoyed, like, Zoomprov isn't the same as being on a stage, but the fact that, for example, we can perform, we're in totally different places, that's really cool. Or you can perform with someone in the States or in India. It's been really like awesome, like being able to meet people and stuff. So I've enjoyed that.
It's really nice. It's nice that like now you're getting to the point where you see the same people every now and again at workshops. So it's always just like, because it's great because you're just like, oh, I don't know who will be here. This is really nice. And that kind of uncertainty is really, really cool.
And there's always someone you know, and you're like, oh yeah, you turned up. There's something quite nice about that. And they could be on the other side of the world, but you're still excited that they turned up. Which
like we were at the same workshop last night, and like I didn't know that you were going to attend. I was like, oh, Andrew's here. That's brilliant.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that side of it, that you get to meet loads of people, and it's interesting how similar improv is. You know how you talk to someone in like India and they'll have a game and it'll be exactly the same game that you're playing. And I just think that's really cool that kind of it's all over the world, but it's all kind of the same. It's very united in that sense.
I like the fact that it's like it's solving like a problem that I've always had like with improv, is like when you talk about it online, you're just like, oh yeah, we play this game and this game and this game. And then you're like, oh, no, I've not heard of any of those games. But then if you actually chat to somebody, they describe it and you're like, oh, yeah, we play that as well. We just call it this. And it's like, oh, there's basically only 5 games in the whole of improv. They just have a million different names.
You solved it. There's 5 games, there's 5 different formats, and that's it.
But it's been so much fun, like working with so many different people all over the place. And getting different perspectives on like how to do improv. It's like, oh, okay, that's how this person does it, and just opens your eyes to kind of things that you didn't even sort of consider.
Yeah, totally. It's like it's like learning a completely new skill in some ways, isn't it? And Zoomprov is totally different in like the way we move and the things that we do. And I think that's I don't know, it's just a really interesting like evolution of improv. I think that we were kind of lost when we first went online, and then but so quickly we were like, okay, Zoom, and that's really cool, the fact that we've just jumped straight into it, I think.
I think for me it's sort of changed how I initiate scenes a little bit, doing it on Zoom compared to doing it in person. Because I think when you're doing it in person, I think there can be a bit more of a pressure to come out with something straight away, because you're physically there and it feels awkward to stand and observe each other. Whereas I think on Zoom, because we're looking at a camera or looking at a picture, it feels a lot more sort of natural and comfortable to just take a second just to kind of go like, oh, okay, what's that person doing? Am I going to mirror them? Am I going to be a bit different? Because I noticed at the start of that, we sort of started like mirroring each other, and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a nice way to kind of key into what the other person's doing.
No, totally, because I think you're kind of when you're performing to an audience, you're always kind of looking out, aren't you? And you're very aware of how they feel and what they think of you. And I get like kind of a nervous feeling, like they're not laughing, not responding to what I'm saying, which is such a stupid thing to feel, but it's normal, I guess. Whereas I don't have that distraction on this.
Yeah.
So I can take my time, and it like, I really love as well silence as an improv. I just think they're really, like, when two people on stage and it's silent, I think that's really like good. There's something about that that's really like effective, and I think it helps you tap into that more, and maybe it's a bit more genuine as well, like the conversations you're having. And yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, how that's changed?
Yeah, I think it's really fascinating how people connect differently now. So yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So have you got any shows coming up?
Well, I don't right now, but I will say that we've got Women of Improv Worldwide. When is that? It's the last Saturday of each month. We have that. We had one this weekend. So the next one will be at the end of October. They fill up fast. You don't have to pay, but you have to sign up for them. If you go to the page, you'll be able to do that. And yeah, I'm just kind of hanging around online, really. If anyone wants me, I'm there.
If anybody wants me, improviser for hire.
Yeah, that's what I do now. But that's been really lovely. We're looking at doing shows. You'll see us soon, I'm sure. But yeah, the jams are our main thing at the moment, which is really cool.
Cool. Excellent. Well, I will definitely be attending the next one of those. And I hope that everybody that's watching this will, well, if you're a woman or identify as a woman, but if you can't get to that, then follow Broken Chair Improv on Facebook, follow Boss Birds Improv on Facebook, follow Liverpool Comedy Improv on Facebook, and yeah, there are tons. There's so much improv out there now, and I can't possibly plug it all, even though I want to. But I'm probably the worst spokesperson because I forget what things proper names are. So I'm just like, it's got something to do with improv and chairs and something else.
Improv chairs, yeah. No, you got them all right.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Andri. I'm sure I will see you again soon in a workshop.
Yeah.
For anybody else, we have Glossop Improv meets every Friday at 7 p.m. for about 90 minutes. It's free, so just drop us a message if you'd like to come along and we will send you the link. But other than that, I think that's it.
Thank you for having me.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.